Hello everyone, welcome again. In this Python tutorial, we are going to learn about break and continue in while loop. So let me quickly go ahead and create a file, and in the previous tutorial we have learned about the while loop. So I'll simply copy all the statements from there and create a new file. So Python file, I'll name it as break underscore and continue. Alright, and demo. So whenever you create a new file or Python file, make sure that it doesn't match to any of the existing modules within Python. Otherwise, you'll be facing the problem. So that's why I'm adding, underscores and demo in the files. So that's sort of a thing you need to make sure when you are learning Python and not want to get into troubles and things like you won't be able to figure out why the program is failing. All right. So let me paste the code that we have copied and I'll uncomment it, and then we'll understand break and continue. Just give me a sec. So we'll understand break and continue. So I've prepared a little bit of note here for break and continue. Let me copy and paste that as well, and we'll understand what break and continue stand for. So break, as the name suggests, so it breaks out from the nearest enclosing loop. Continue goes to the start of the nearest enclosing loop. Now let us understand with the example. So here I have the sample statement, so sample while loop. So basically the format of the while loop is while, then the expression. So if the expression is evaluated as true, it goes within the while loop. So the statements within the while loop will get executed. Now if there is a break statement, then what break does is it breaks out of this particular loop, right? So it will break out of the while loop and it will come and print these statements which are out of the while loop, right? So indentation in Python will ensure that these statements up to here are part of this particular while loop, right? Any statement which is not indented in the same in line with the existing statements as above within the while loop is out of the while loop, right? So as soon as a break is encountered, it will move out of the loop and it will come to this particular line. Okay. Now when we talk about continue, what continue does is, say for example, you put the keyword continue, so it won't break out of the loop. What it will do is, as soon as it will encounter the continue continue keyword, it will go back to the while loop. It won't execute any of the statements after this. After the continue, it will directly go to the while loop and again start the execution. So let's understand all this with an example. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll use this particular sample while loop and we'll use break and continue statements within this program and understand what the break and continue will do. Okay. So there is an else clause as well, which I'll cover in just a moment, but let's first understand break and continue with this particular program. So here what we were doing is we have defined a variable x and assigned the value 0 to it. And now with the while loop, there is an expression. This is the expression, so which will evaluate whether x is less than or equal to 10. And if this condition is true, it will come within the while loop and start printing the values. And then it will increment the value and will again keep going and checking the values within the while loop unless and until this expression gets evaluated to false. If this condition is evaluated to false, it will come out to this particular print line, which is out of the while loop. Now say for example, I put a break statement here. Okay, so here you can see that after the statements, I want to put the break statement. Okay, so say I put a break statement, right? So let's try to execute and see what will happen. So here you can see it has printed just 0 and it has came out of the while loop, right? So what has happened is it came into the loop. So 0 is less than 10, less than or equal to 10. So basically 0 is that condition evaluated to true. It came within the loop. Then it printed x and then it incremented the value. Now break is in line with break is within this while loop. So what happened is, as soon as it encountered the break, it moved out. So it didn't go further. It will directly break out of the while loop, right? So it will come out of the while loop and it will come to this particular point and it has printed out of the while loop. Now say for example, instead of break, I put continue here. So what continue keyword does is it will put the control back at this particular position, right? So it will see that there is a keyword continue, so it won't print that inside while, and it will go back to the while loop here, and it will start printing the values from 1 to 10. So it will come here, it won't print inside while, and it will continue the execution. So you can see that it has printed 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 10, and then it has continued and it has printed out of the while loop. Now say for example I do not use any of the statements there. Let's see what's the difference. So you can see that if there is no break and continue, then it has come within the loop, printed 0, then it has incremented the value, then it has printed inside while statement, and it has kept doing that until this condition is evaluated to false. As soon as this condition is evaluated to false, it came down, and in the last case it has printed out of the while loop, right? But if we use break and continue, so break will break out of the loop. Okay, so that's, as the name suggests, break out from the while loop. So break keyword will break out from this particular while loop. It won't execute anything further. It will break out and it will print out whatever statements are outside in the loop, as we have understood here. So break will break this statement, break will break the while loop, and it will come to this particular point and print further. And continue will continue in the while loop, and it will skip any statements which are below the continue keyword within the loop, right? And when we talk about the nearest enclosing loop, so say for example, if there can be multiple loops, right? So there can be loops within loops. So here if I want to change it to, say for example, while, and I take another variable, say for example while y, so let me define a variable y and use a variable y. So y, I'll say while y is less than 5, and in this particular loop I want to print y. Okay, so loop within loop. So if I use a break statement here, so this break statement will affect only this nearest loop and not the outer loop. Okay, so here if I want to print something, I'll say this is inner loop, right? And that is the parent loop. So this while is the parent loop of this particular while. Okay, so I'll say parent loop, parent while. So in this case, if I run this, let's run and see the output. So here you can see that it has printed 0 parent while and then 0 1 parent while. So basically what happens here is it has come within this while loop, the parent loop. X is less than or equal to 10. So 0 is less than or equal to 10. It has printed 0. Then it has incremented the value. It has printed this statement. Then this while is part of this while loop as well. So it has come to this particular statement. It has checked the value of y, which is true. Y is less than 5, which is true. It has printed the value of the y. Okay. So after these two statements, this is the child while. So it has printed 0. Then it has break out of this particular loop. So it hasn't printed inner loop in this particular case. And you can see that it has broke out of the inner while loop, and it hasn't printed inner loop at all. Okay. And at last it has printed out of the while loop. So this is what break will do. It will only affect the nearest enclosing loop. All right, so this is the nearest enclosing loop of the break. So that is why this while loop has been affected. If I use continue, this will affect the nearest enclosing loop. So break and continue will affect only the nearest enclosing loop. Okay, if I run this, you will see that it has moved into the infinite state. Why is that? So the reason is, in this particular case, X is evaluated to true. It has come through, and so here if you see, X is evaluated, in this particular case, this expression is evaluated, which is true. It has printed 0, then it has printed parent while statement, and then it came to the while loop. Okay, so in this particular case, yes, this is evaluated to true. It has printed 0, and then it continued. So it continued to this particular while, right? So this while, as soon as it encountered this keyword continue, it came to this particular position, and y is again less than 5. So we haven't incremented y at all here. So that is why it kept moving into the infinite loop. So if we want to go out of this statement, then we have to basically say y is equal to y plus 1. Okay, so now in this particular case, it will evaluate and it will check that y is less than 5, and then increment of the y is also happening, so it will come out of the loop. So now you can see that it has evaluated and printed properly. So here the first statement is printing the outer x, okay, so 0 and then parent while and then again 0 and then continuing, right? So it continues. So it, as soon as it encountered continue, it came back here. Now in this particular case, y has been incremented to 1. 1 is still less than 5. It will print 1 and it will print up to 4, right? So it has printed up to 4, then it has came out, and then it has continued with the outer while loop, okay? So here you can see that it has printed 1, then parent while statement, then second. So this inner loop statement hasn't been printed because we have used the continue keyword, right? So that is why this particular, anything below this particular innermost loop where we are using break and continue will be skipped, okay? So that's the relevance of the break and continue. Now there is another else clause as well, which you can use along with the while expression. Let me remove all this and we'll use the else clause. So what I can do is I can use the else clause as well, okay? Now with the else clause, what happens is anything below the else clause, if you're using it with while loop, it will only get executed only if the normal execution has been done for the while loop. So now say for example in this particular case, if I run this, it will print out of the while loop statement, right? So it will print everything that is within this particular while loop as far as the while loop is evaluated as true, and then it will come out as the while loop finishes and it will print out of the while loop. Now say for example, if there is some condition within the while loop I'm using, say if I say as soon as x becomes equal to 5 and I want to break, right? So I can use break statement. So, and I'm checking for the condition, right? So I'm checking for the condition. If x is equal to 5, then you break. So what happens is in this particular case, then you will see that it has printed 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and it has broke out of this particular while loop, and then anything below else has been ignored, right? So that's the significance of else clause with while loop. Now if you do not use this else block, what will happen is any statements after the while loop will definitely get executed even though the loop is getting broke, right? So if you're using break statement in the while loop, this statement will definitely get executed. If you are using else clause with the while loop, then in that particular case, any statements below the else clause will get skipped if the break condition has been met and the loop has been broke. Only when the normal execution is happening, then in that particular case, the else clause will get executed. All right. So that's the relevance of the else clause and why you should be using else clause with the while loop. Okay. Now this while, break and continue statements or the keywords are very, very important. We'll be using them in the automation scripts. So go ahead and practice a lot and make yourself comfortable with break and continue and using else with the while loop. So that's all for this tutorial. I hope it was helpful. Thank you very much for watching.